Hey guys, it's Miso here. Welcome to my kitchen today where we're going to be making a delicious German chocolate cake. Let's get into it. So here I have just some of my ingredients that we're going to be using. And I also have some items that I'm going to pre-make and set them aside. One being this German chocolate. This is 4 ounces and I've melted it. I'm going to set it aside and let it cool. I also have a half cup of coffee and I'm going to let that cool. While that's cooling, I am mixing my egg whites. I'm going to go ahead and beat them up. I'm going to let them beat them up till they get stiff, and I'm going to set them aside because I'm going to be using them later on in this recipe. Beautiful. Just want to give you a good look at this so you'll know how yours are supposed to look. Nice and stiff. Just going to shake this off of my beater. Gonna get the rest of it out of this bowl. Now I have added some salt and some baking soda to my flour, and I'm going to sift it all together. We're sifting this to just sort of aerate that flour. I'm going to use the same bowl that I made my egg whites in, and I'm going to come back with my butter. This is 2 sticks of butter. I'm also putting in my sugar, and I'm going to beat this together. Now, when you're on this portion of the recipe, you can beat this a long time. Once you add the flour, you don't want to beat it as long. Just gonna scrape down this bowl here and start right back beating this guy just like he stole something. So I'm adding in my 4 egg yolks. They've been sitting here a while under these lights, and so they look a little stringy now, but they're fine. I'm adding them one at a time, and I'm beating in between. Now I have my vanilla flavoring. So I'm going to put in my 1.5 teaspoons of the vanilla extract, and I'm just wiping this bowl down again, and I'm going to start back beating it again. I want this nice and fluffy. You want yours nice and fluffy too. I just want you to see how this should look. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. Oh, that's just your butter and sugar. Now here's my chocolate, and it's already cooled. So is my coffee cooled. And I'm going to combine these together, and I'm going to, I'm going to stir them until they're smooth, and then I can add them into my butter mixture. And you got to make sure this is cool. It can't be warm. Definitely can't be hot. You want it cool. If it's not cool, you're going to have a mess. So you apply this to it, and you see the beauty already beginning to happen. So I'm just going to continue to beat this. And you can still see a lot of the white portions around the side, and there's probably some in the bottom of the bowl. So you're going to want to stop, and you're going to want to scrape down the sides of your bowl so that it all gets mixed well. I'm adding in my flour. You guys know the drill. First you start with your flour, then you add your milk, and then the flour, and then the milk until you're completed. There goes in some of my milk. And so you do that until you've used up all of your flour and all of your buttermilk. So now I'm putting in these egg whites that I beat earlier, the stiff egg whites. And so I'm going to just fold these in because I want to keep the air into my mixture. You don't want this to speed it up. It might look like I'm going fast, but I'm just folding it in at a normal speed. So you don't want to use your beater here. You want to fold this in. So look at this batter. Isn't it beautiful? I'm going to get it into 3 9-inch baking pans. I'm just eyeballing it, but I'm putting equal amounts in each pan. If you want to weigh yours or you want to measure yours, you can do that, but not necessary. I'm smoothing this out. Gosh, this batter is so beautiful and it smells so good. And I'm just going to give each pan a tap, just removing any air bubbles that may be in here. Going to get it into the oven. My oven is waiting. It's preheated at 350 degrees, where I'm going to bake it for about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm going to use the toothpick test. I have some pecans here, and I'm going to chop up mine by hand. If you have a kitchen utensil or something that you want to use to chop yours, all the better. I'm melting here 3/4 of butter, but I forgot. It's not just 3/4 sticks of butter, it's 1 3/4 sticks of butter that I'm melting here in this pan. This is going to be the glue that's going to hold our icing together. Here I have 2 eggs, and I have them in a bowl. I am going to beat these eggs together, and I'm going to whip them so that I can add them into the mixture. I'm going to also be adding some milk to these eggs so that they will not curdle when I put them into the warm butter. I'm going to be using 1 full can of evaporated milk, but I am here going to just put in some of the milk, and I'll be adding all the milk at another point. Here you can see that I just added in my sugar, and the rest of what we're going to be doing here is we're just going to be stirring and watching. Not going to leave this guy. We're going to stay right here and keep it stirred, make sure it doesn't burn, make sure it doesn't stick. So I want you to just watch the color change, and the thickness is going to change. You see that it's boiling around the edges, and that boil is kind of reaching in the center of the pan. I'm going to make sure that it doesn't stick, so I'm continually using my wire whisk to stir. Beautiful. Look at the color. Beautiful. Smells so good. Now this is looking good, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat off, and then I'm going to add my vanilla flavoring, and I'm also going to add my coconut. I'm going to put in all, I'm using 12 ounces of coconut, and I'm going to put in my 1½ cup of chopped pecans. My cake layers are done. They've been cooling all this time, and I'm going to get just a little bit of the icing mixture down on the cake plate, and I'm going to start adding my layers. Aren't they beautiful? Just gorgeous. I'm putting the icing, my coconut and pecan mixture, on this layer, and I'll get another layer right down on top of it. This is so gorgeous, guys, and it smells so good. You guys know what I always say about icing and decorating a cake. I'm not much at decorating a cake, but oh my, is it good. So there, you have it. Wow, looking good. So, okay, somebody has to taste this cake. Well, me. I want you to get a good look at this. Oh my. Can you just tell how moist it is? I always want you to just know the moistness of these cakes when I make them. Looking good. You look marvelous, darling. You look marvelous. Oh, where's my fork? Yeah. So I want to show you this. Well, I just kind of press on this cake, hoping that you can just see the moisture, how the cake sticks together. The only thing that doesn't stick is the icing where the pecans are. But this cake itself, sticking together, very moist. Take a look. Take a taste. Yes. Come on. Come to mama. Oh my. Oh my. Look at that. Oh, look at that. How beautiful, how moist. Oh, another bite. Come on, Miso. You're not supposed to be eating. Now this turns into eating. Oh. Guys, this is wonderful. This is a good cake. It's easy to make. It might look a little difficult, but it's not. If you like my videos, I want you to share, subscribe, give me a big old thumbs up, and comment. I love interacting with you. Share my video wherever you're active on social media. Go out and share some love with somebody, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.